Okay, we're back. I had to go ahead and get that video shut off. So what happened there, right? We talked about this next NSE being a valid NSE, having a strong probability winner, right? And we took the EET, early entry, trying to catch it on its way down. Well, unfortunately, we got stopped out. So you're really, again, you're seeing it all. We're getting really, we're up 87, trading two contracts. We're up 87 bucks, point profit, 100 bucks. We were right there, took a trade, lost. It was an aggressive trade. EETs are more aggressive. We had some conviction, could have made a pullback trade, but not pullback trade still hasn't filled. Okay, so I could do that now, and I'd like to see a little more strong, some more upward conviction before I start taking a pullback trade. So now you start adding up some of the commissions. Now we really, at one point we just needed 2 ticks. I was going for 3 ticks. So now we're really going to need to recover. We're down $12.50. Add commissions, we're probably down about a point. So maybe 2.5 to 3 ticks. So we need to go out there and make about 7 ticks profit to recover. And this is what day trading is. This is showing you in your face real trading with real money. This is what you do when you day trade for a living. Sometimes you have great one and done days. You make a trade, it makes its money, boom, you're done. Then there's days you kind of go back and forth, and that's the days when you got to be strong, you've got to be disciplined, you got to stay focused. Okay, a focused trader can make a significant amount of money day trading for a living. Okay, we offset that with easy days. We've got 75-80% of our days are done within 20 minutes. How do you beat that, right? Then there's days go a little bit longer. Sometimes we got to trade 3-4 hours. That's okay. That's okay. This is what we do for a living, right? So if we got to trade longer, we got to trade longer. So I'm looking for an NSE that's got a strong high win rate because we're coming at a no NSE zone. Going to look to make about 6 ticks off that NSE. My entry price has got a lot to do with it. Right now I would want my fill right around 88.75. That's all taught in my system rules. I could have went long on a pullback. So we're going to wait for the signal. We don't have one yet. Trying to recover about 7 ticks, but if I get filled at 89, 6 ticks is going to be about the most I'm going to try to stretch out of this trade. If it bounces up, gives me a signal, and I get a better fill, like say at 50. Okay, at a quarter, I'm going to go for the 7 ticks, take it down here to 87.50, try to make a 7-tick trade. That will recover us in full, and our commissions have us more than a point profit. Okay, this is a high probability NSE. We just came out of no NSE zone. Okay, doesn't mean it's going to win, right? You guys been watching this video. You see me take winners. You see me take losers, and I'm so glad we got this on tape because that's what this is all about. Again, we get so many days. One and done, one and done, one and done. But you got to learn to recover. It's one of the things I teach my students. You've got to learn to recover. And any trading system you have or any type of trading you do, you've got to learn to recover. Why? Because you're going to take losers. If you take winners 5 days a week and take a loser on the 6th day and it blows out everything the 5 days gave you, what's the point of trading? Okay, so when we lose, we have to go in there and recover, and you're seeing that firsthand. So because this is a high probability trade, I really want to recover. I've got to, if my fill was better, would have went for 8 ticks. Based on what I teach, based on the rules, 87.50, 87.75 is a nice target. Okay, trade's going in our favor. Let's obviously speed it. I like it. The faster it moves down, the more bearish conviction you get, the more I like it. Hopefully she'll turn right down here quick. What's going to happen though is once we touch 88.25, my stop loss is going to move down. So I need to cover my exposure here. So once I see 4 ticks, I want my stop loss to move down to entry, which is sometimes a double-edged sword. This is a strong trade, but it could bounce up, stop me out, and turn right back around and miss a recovery trade. And if that happens, that happens. And that's where, again, following the rules and not letting stop outs or things like that frustrate you. That's where I think a lot of students or traders in general fail, is because when they have a set of rules and sometimes the rules don't work, they get frustrated and then they change the rules. And it's so vital now. If you've got a good set of rules, you got to realize that, I don't even know what the market's going to do, but I know it could hit my 4 tick, and I know I could just take 4 ticks, right? Because it could bounce up and stop me out. But I've got to stick with my rules. And when you don't stick with your rules, and you get frustrated and you start changing the rules in the middle, that's when people start failing in trading, and it's just so vital. If you want to be a successful trader, I don't care if you buy my system or someone else's, you've got to stick with the set of rules, okay, that are time tested. My rules are time tested. They don't always work. Okay, no NSE zone. I showed you earlier on an earlier video, a couple trades you would have lost money on, right? Then we came out of no NSE zone. I told you this was a strong probability winner. And we're in the trade, and because it's a strong probability winner, we're looking to make some money off this trade. And here we go. Look at this. Stop losses moved down. Could have already taken 4 ticks. Okay, would have been a nice little trade. Could have probably gotten filled on 5 ticks. Okay, but I'm going to let this thing cook. I got some bearish conviction. Right? We're making lower highs. I'm going to stay in the trade, try to jump out 87.50. Okay, my stop loss is in place. So we got 6 ticks profit. Could again, and this is where it gets frustrating when it bounces conviction anymore to the downside. But right now I do like it, so I'm not going to panic because I haven't been filled. Okay, it's so imperative to let these trades cook and do their thing. But I will be quick to jump out with a small profit if it starts breaking up. It's worth the risk of taking a full recovery as long as we got the bearish conviction, which we have. So I could always come back in if I needed to and grab a couple more ticks off the pullback short. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen. Hoping we're not going over on time. I really don't want to pause this. All right, we're back down to 87.50. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Let's see if we can get some fills down here and jump off, and then we got to stop this video. But you got to see it all, right? We took some losers, we took some winners, we kind of went back and forth, and sometimes that's what day trading is, but we follow the rules. We're staying disciplined by following the rules. We found a high probability trade, and we're letting the trade cook, do its thing. Still have not been filled. Hopefully we'll get filled here. Just not a lot of prints going off here at 87.50. We're getting some, but not a lot. But the rules told me to stay in. We stayed in, and we're going to let it do its thing. And this is how we recover from a loss. And there we go. Now we're up 3 points. Well, no, a little bit over a point and a half. With commissions, we're definitely up over a point. So I'm going to end this video, but you got to see a couple of good things. We took some EETs coming out of no NSE zone because they were strong winners. I mean, they had a good chance of being a good profit because of the NSE. Imagine if we didn't get stopped out on that EET. See how much you could have made off that EET. It's an aggressive trade. Okay, but in any event, we took some losers, some recovery trades. We went back and forth, so you really got to see it firsthand, guys. This is what day trading is, and this may scare some of you. If you think day trading is going to be this easy lifestyle and you're going to make $5,000 a day for very little work or very little learning, it's just not going to happen. Trading is difficult. You've got to be very focused and very disciplined, and you got to see it firsthand from coming from a losing position to a winning position, back down to a loser. I think we recovered again, lost again, and then we took an opportunity coming out of that no NSE zone. This is what I teach in my system. Coming out of that zone, how strong of a trade that was. We held out, we recovered everything, and we still made our profit income for the day. And you know what? We only worked about an hour and 15 minutes. So at the end of the day, was it that bad? Yeah, only trading 2 contracts, not a lot of money. But when you first start off, start small. Build your way up. Okay? So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next series.